Take a seat, Avinash.
Thank you, sir.
Right, Avinash. Avinash, is it going to be a first interview?
So this is my third interview, sir.
For the civil services?
Sir.
What are generally your scores?
Sir, in my first interview, I scored 153. In second interview, I scored 179, sir.
Okay. And it's going to be
Third.
And how about forest?
Sir, in forest, I scored around 180, sir.
118 out of
300, sir.
300. That is less. Okay.
Sir.
Tell me, what is your take on this performance? You believe that you were good, or you believe there are areas you need to improve?
Sir, I need to refer to certain environmental sectors, sir, because green charcoal, and I need to brush up those facts, sir. So that was one area which I need to focus on, sir.
See, Avinash, have you been in this thing for quite some time now, where the selected candidates or candidates from good services aspiring to become IAS and all? Yours is another case. Here, I hope you realize that you cannot aspire for average marks, sir. Right? That is of no use, right? Sir. So you actually want to be on that top 100, top 150 at least. So for that, you need that extra spark, right? A little bit of front foot play rather than being on the defensive always is, I mean, it's a calculated risk, but it has to be taken if you want to get into the thing. Right now, you're a good candidate. You are a sitting officer. You definitely display the officer-like traits, and in general, your analysis is good. Everything is good, right? The only thing is that I'm still looking for this extra spark, right? You're getting my point? I'm not complaining anything. You're doing wonderful. It's just that at a few places, it appears that even when you had opportunity to play on the front foot, you were kind of still defending your wickets, right? It probably started because of the initial phase, maybe, I don't know, the initial part of your interview. In general, you handled that well, but I want to give you the suggestion I'm giving to the sitting IPS and other people right now. And that is that try and minimize the discussion in terms of duration. Sir. You're getting my point? Sir. Because no point dragging it. Sir. More the discussion, harmful it is.
Sir.
You're getting my point?
Indeed, sir.
This is one thing. Second is that when you're through with this and you are into the main body of the interview, sir, there make sure that you are able to subtly push your current experiential things, yes, in a more systematic way, sir, right? So that board members keep reminding themselves, sir, that they are talking with a person who is already into All India service, right? Has seen the challenges, and they are getting a ready person. Sir. You're getting my point? So these are the areas where you can actually work on them. Otherwise, obviously, I can give you the checklist thing. Your entry is good. Your entry exit is not the smartest actually, but it is good. It can be a little better because I mean, you can walk in a little bit more smartly, greet them loudly from the moment you enter, and then the whole process can start. Otherwise, sitting posture is good, voice level is good, hand movement generally is restricted, eye contact is good, flow is good, vocabulary is there, choice of words is in general is there. There is definitely a certain areas where you can revise, which you must have already thought of. Okay, these are the areas you further need to. Especially, I want you to show a little better on the current affairs thing, sir, right? And I'm sure you'll not be wearing these shoes, right?
Sir.
Right? Everything else is in order.
Sir, if I may be allowed to.
Yes.
Sir, whenever this discussion about service change and 5-year start, sir, the answer is within myself, but the way I need to convince it, I don't know the exact wordings. What
I tell you honestly, you should not try hard to convince. Why? Because honestly, from this side of the table, it is going to be inconvincing no matter what you say. Sure. So the only thing I can say is that put it in a very soft way, right? Try and make it in small sentences, 1 or 2 sentences, maybe 3 sentences, and try to finish it off, right? Sure. And if the best thing is to speak honestly, sure, right? Doesn't matter even if you believe that it can be a bit negative. But then obviously it's going to be your call. You're already in 5 years in service. You understand that there can be tricky areas, and it is one of the tricky areas. Even if I give you one advice, and that advice will not bounce back at you, I cannot assure you. Sure. Right? So, but just try and minimize the discussion. That should be your endeavor.
Sure.
Right? Chaliye, all the best.
Thank you.